What's with WWE? Way too many pay-per-views for me. Way too many, but it's okay. Because this time we're not talking about a crappy Raw pay-per-view. We're talking about the A show. Smackdown Live. Mago. Ha ha. I love it, Mago. Anyways, this is Chase Oliver here, bringing you another preview and predictions. And as always, with these pay-per-view preview and predictions, I am not alone. With me is the GTA player, JD Venom.
What is up? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm ready to talk some Smackdown, no mercy.
And then also with me, Running Ross himself, Gold Standard 000.
Running Ross, yeah. I'm still feeling the effects of my running from yesterday, but it's all worth it to make those gains.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view.
You all need to start making some gains over here. See this? Big Papa Pump over here. Big Papa Chase. I'm fucking making some steroids. I mean, I'm not doing steroids or anything like that, but you guys get the idea. I've been using weight. Yeah, I know, exactly. Welcome to the fucking gun show. That show is off.
That ammunition is lethal.
Lethal Weapon. Not the show on Fox, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, time to talk about some No Mercy, but we're not going to get to No Mercy right away. You all know, if you guys watched this before, that we're going to talk about other news in professional wrestling because it's fun to talk about other news. And plus, half of these matches, let's be real here, happens every pay-per-view, full detail on. We just don't need to. But this news and rumor, we have to go full detail on. So, you guys know about TNA. A lot of people who watch wrestling know about TNA Impact Wrestling, TNA Company. They haven't been doing so well financially. It's kind of been, you know. So, TNA has been on rumors that Dixie Carter has left position as the owner and that Billy Corgan has been trying to buy the company of Impact Wrestling. Well, we just got a bombshell that happened randomly. Why does all the big wrestling news happen like on Tuesday and Wednesday? It's always like on those random Tuesday and Wednesday.
No.
That's like the big time wrestling news will pop up. You know, we heard
it always happens when I'm like at work and like I can't cover on it at all. It pisses me off.
On Tuesday and Wednesday, we heard that JR first said on his podcast from a reliable source that WWE is looking to buy the TNA video library, not TNA in itself, the TNA video library, while Billy Corgan will be buying the rest of TNA and will become the sole owner of the TNA company, and he'll be looking to rebrand it and rechange it and everything like that. That's the rumor right now. That's like the major rumor. That was like news that was going on Tuesday and Wednesday. And, you know, we haven't heard anything else much from today about if it's like official or anything like that. But it seems like it's a pretty strong rumor. Everyone has been kind of covering it. Everyone's been kind of talking about it. And honestly, I'm happy about this news. This is a great win-win situation for everyone involved because, one, WWE is going to get that TNA video library. And I know a lot of people are going to be wondering, why would WWE really want that TNA library? Look, the WWE Network is trying to become the #1 source of, like, wrestling. Like, if you want wrestling, you have to go to the WWE Network and everything like that. They want more subscribers on that network. TNA doesn't really have a reliable service that shows all their past shows. And when you think about it, when it comes to people that are currently wrestling in WWE, you look at AJ Styles, who's probably, you know, as he likes to say it, he's the face that runs the place. You know, he's one of their bigger stars. I don't think WWE expected AJ Styles to be this big for them. And, I mean, really, to be honest, there's a lot of AJ Styles that's missing from the WWE. A lot of people want to see more of AJ Styles. And look at that. They have now the video library possibly to upload some more AJ Styles. Guys like Samoa Joe, guys like Bobby Roode, guys like Austin Aries who are down there in NXT. It helps people know who these people are going to be a little bit more and then gives the video library. But also Sting. People tend to forget Sting has only wrestled 4 matches in the WWE. Sting has not wrestled that much. And now you have like a whole video library of Sting that you can show to everyone. Now, will they show everything? I highly doubt they would like to see Jeff Hardy drunk and fucked up at Victory Road on the WWE Network. But we'll have to wait and see. But honestly, this is a win-win. Now, there's also rumors that WWE, with the purchase of the video library, that they might buy out some TNA contracts. That right there I don't think is going to happen. I think Corgan is going to try to keep everyone underneath their contracts. But Billy Corgan's looking to buy TNA. That's a win for itself, too, because, one, we still have another wrestling company running about. You know, we got a new face of Billy Corgan who's been doing pretty well for himself in the wrestling business as a whole. Not like anything too spectacular, but he's been doing pretty well, I would say. So, really, to be honest, it's a win-win for both because we keep a wrestling company, no company dies, and WWE gets something that's very valuable in the TNA video library. So I like this move. Justin, what did you think about this move, this rumor anyways?
If this rumor is true, and I actually covered this, I believe it was Wednesday on my channel, where that there's a standstill right now that Dixie, she refuses to sell TNA to WWE. But the fact of the matter is, if Vince McMahon wants TNA, the library at least, he's gonna get the fucking library. I mean, there's gonna be no doubt about that. And if WWE does end up getting the library, they don't have to use those stupid-ass pictures no more when they show AJ Styles or when they show Samoa Joe. They already reference TNA, like, anytime when they're on, if you watch Talking Smack, I will highly suggest you watch Talking Smack because there's a lot of good, like, you know, unscripted promos on there. And when Daniel Bryan had on AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan was just throwing out TNA left and right like it was no big deal. So WWE doesn't really care if TNA is being mentioned. But now they can actually use the video library. They can make it, you know, in HD now, remaster in HD for some of these early TNA shows, like, you know, fucking back from like 2003, 2004, you know, before they were even on Spike TV. This is when they were on fucking Fox Sports, when fucking Chris Rose was fucking there, you know, doing commentary and shit. Back in the day. Back in the day. But, like I said, like how Chase said, it'll be a win-win. It'll be a win-win situation. Have Corgan take over. If this is true, have Corgan take over, make it a different name, make it into something else different, but have WWE take the TNA library from all the way back from 2002, from the very first shows in the Asylum to now on Pop TV. So I'm up for it. You know, it'll be good. And, you know, it'll be pretty cool to see, like, you know, fucking the Immortal storyline again, and you just go watch on the WWE Network, or you can go watch, I was gonna say Ultimate X match, but yeah, any Ultimate X match as well. But I'm really the Unbreakable match between Samoa Joe, Daniels and AJ Styles. That'll be great to see in HD, because if you find the matches nowadays, the only ways you get to see the matches nowadays is either if you have the DVD, or if you go onto TNA's YouTube, you gotta pay like $2 for them, like per match. Like, who the fuck wants to do that? Might as well spend $10 a month and not only get TNA but get everything else, including pay-per-views. So, you know what I mean? So I think it's a good win-win if, you know, TNA and WWE comes to terms on the video library.
Yeah, Ross, what are your thoughts on this news and this rumor?
I think it's great for both parties because it allows TNA, or whatever new name it might have if Billy Corgan decides to change the name and rebrand it, allows that to have a clean slate, and it allows WWE to get the whole library to use for documentaries on AJ Styles or Samoa Joe and all those guys that they've acquired from TNA in recent years, and to make video packages also for them, like just for feuds in general. Like if you want to use some of their older footage, like to explain, like, I've been all around the world, instead of using like a stock photo of them, like kind of like it's kind of blurry, but just kind of like focuses on them and like, you know what I mean? Like just you know, you don't have to go to that. You don't have to do that. You can just use the tape library from TNA. So it's just a win-win for both sides, because at this stage, TNA, I don't really see them growing that much under this name, and it's time to move on. I think it's already a damaged goods, and you got to move on from it. So I hope it is true. I really
Not to mention some of the booking decisions. If you guys seen some of the spoilers into their tapings, like there's one very questionable booking decision.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't believe they did that. Like, oh, we have this guy. He's really awesome. Let's fuck him up. Like,
Yeah, I know.
That's what always TNA does. They'll be like, oh, we just had this big pay-per-view. Awesome. Let's just do it the next week on Impact. Like, huh? No, why can't you guys just do this
after Bound for Glory, especially years back, they had the James Storm thing and the Roode thing.
Yeah, Bobby Roode faced Kurt Angle, and what happened? Oh, James Storm wins the title next Impact. A couple of years ago at Bound for Glory, they taped all their tapings before the actual show itself.
Oh, yes.
And then they had Roode, right? Yeah, and then they had Roode win the title randomly after Bound for Glory. You know, like EC3, when he won the title from Kurt Angle, they didn't do it at Slammiversary. They taped it before Slammiversary. It's like, god dang, man. It's just like that's just how TNA is. It's just like they have like, especially in the main event scene. But it's going to be good to see back. Like people like to like crap on TNA, make fun of TNA. Rightfully so. TNA hasn't done itself any favors. I mean, it just hasn't. But you know, there was a time where TNA was better than WWE. There was a time where TNA was a lot more watchable. And with this video library, it'll give some fans a better, maybe positive view on TNA. And like I said, I feel like it helps out a lot of the wrestlers who do come from TNA. Because like you guys said, the stock images. How many times do we have to see a stock image of like AJ Styles in New Japan where it's just like, nah, man, if you want to show us AJ Styles, you got to show us AJ Styles doing the fucking Pele from like on or something, you know, like, or doing the sunset flip, doing some crazy shit from TNA, not from like where he's older and he's just like doing the bullet, like the Bullet Club gun or whatever.
Well, or they'll get a clip of AJ Styles in WCW. Like,
yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah. So random.
But I think with this as well, like it's just gonna improve the actual production from WWE because they're gonna flirt with the AJ Samoa Joe feud. They're gonna flirt with with former TNA feuds, and now they can actually use that video footage saying, "Wow, these guys they had great matches in TNA," and they can show that video footage and show what like how big this rival actually is to actually give those casual fans like, oh my goodness, I didn't know they were wrestling that long. I didn't know they had this much of a rivalry. So it gives more story. When those rivalries come along.
All right, well, so now we can actually talk about what TNA did because they just announced it on their Twitter. Eddie Edwards is now the new world champion for TNA. Bobby Lashley, after dominating and being the greatest seen on TNA TV next to Broken Matt Hardy, they had to fucking ruin him. Why do you do this to my Lashley? Like every time where I'm being dead serious. When I talk to my casual friends about wrestling, when people go, "Oh, what's WWE doing?" And I'll tell them. But I say, you know who's really like the best wrestler I'm seeing right now? And then I tell them Bobby Lashley from TNA. And then they ask me why you like this guy. And I'm like, he's just this big black guy, and he spears people and beats people up. He's a great world. He was the best world. I know everyone's gonna fucking hate me and say I'm just like a Bobby Lashley dick rider. I don't give a fuck. He was the best world champion in wrestling today. I don't care. You can take your Jay Lethal and your Adam Cole and shove it up your ass. You can take your Okada and your Naito and shove it up your ass. AJ Styles, he's a good guy, but he's only been champion for a month. Kevin Owens, same thing. You can take your Finn Balor and his 2-day title reign and shove it up your ass. Roman Reigns, we all know how that title reign went. Triple H, he was great, but not that great. Bobby Lashley was the best world champion this year. Bobby Lashley is one of the top guys in wrestling, one of the best in wrestling today. I'm glad people are finally getting over this whole Black Lesnar bias and actually realizing this guy's a stud. And you do this. You have it where Eddie fucking Edwards beats him. Yeah. Who the fuck is Eddie Edwards?
It makes no sense. And again, it comes right out of the tapings. If you're going to have Eddie Edwards win, how come you just didn't put him in the fucking main event at Bound for Glory? You might as well did that. You might as well just done that shit. But I'm thinking, Bobby Lashley, to me, if this really has happened, I mean, this is just me. There's nothing, no news, no rumors out there supporting. This is just me thinking about this. I think that he possibly may be on his way out of TNA. If this happened like this, I think he may be on his way out of TNA because I think Bobby Lashley, he wants to come back to WWE. I think that's what I think. I think he wants to come back to WWE because he has not been quiet about him wanting to go up against Brock Lesnar. And I think that will be a fucking money match for WrestleMania if they were to do it. That match there, like Bobby Lashley and Goldberg, I think we're going to be talking about him maybe in a moment too. I'm not sure. But Goldberg, Lashley, I may throw in Kevin Owens in there right now with this title reign. Probably not. But I think those are probably the only legitimate guys that you will believe that will actually beat Brock Lesnar. Yeah. You know what I mean? In the ring. Pin him. You know what I mean? Pin him in the ring cleanly. But that's why I think if he wants to come back to WWE, and this is just my thought process, if he is going to come back, by all means, come back because everybody else comes back at the end of the day to WWE.
Yeah, no, because people were asking me in like one of my random Q&As that I was doing at the end of my video, oh, how would you book a TNA invasion? I said, simple. You have Lashley come in, and Lashley's the guy that just beats Lesnar and looks unstoppable because you know Lashley's going to be there every week, and he's just going to be this unstoppable force, and then you build up a big-time SummerSlam or WrestleMania match between Lesnar trying to get revenge on Lashley. Oh, my God, can you think of the dollar signs that would be? You just see Lashley come in, he comes back, just destroys Lesnar. He has a street cred. He's like that one guy that where you look at him and it's like he's a champion. Like you can believe that he'll kick anyone's ass. He has a legit MMA background. You cannot freaking say Lashley is not legit when it comes to fighting someone. And that's what pisses me off about what TNA did. It's like Eddie Edwards did the whole option C, I guess, kind of thing that put up the X Division title on the line, and he lost to Lashley. Lashley was like this, oh, I have all the belts. I'm the greatest of all time and stuff like that. Kurt Angle circa 2007. And it's like, then later on you have it where he beats EC3, arguably his toughest task, and then you do a random world title match where Lashley loses to Eddie Edwards, and it's like, why? Why did you need to get the belt to Eddie Edwards? Why can't Lashley just be him? Oh, because we got to push Cody down your throats. Great. Awesome, because Cody's so important.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I think Lashley, I think he possibly wants to go, get out of his contract, or if he still has his contract with TNA, because I think he may want to try to venture back to WWE. That's just what I feel. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but sometimes I have feelings like this happens, and sometimes they do come true, so we'll see with the next few months if we get some rumors of Lashley come back to WWE.
Yeah, I just don't understand this whole thing. I don't keep up with TNA necessarily all that much, but I don't think Eddie Edwards necessarily had that much momentum going into his title match.
He just lost to Aaron Rex for
he just lost to Aaron Rex, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For their MMA title.
And the only reason why Eddie Edwards was in that match to begin with is because the injury to Drew Galloway.
Yeah.
So and Drew Galloway beat Eddie Edwards to get to that. So it's dumb. It's retarded. It's kind of like I don't want to compare it to this, but this is the first thing I can think of. It's kind of like Booker T losing to Chris Kanyon at Bash of Beast 2000, only to later that night go up against Jeff Jarrett and win the world title. You know what I mean? It's the same exact thing. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, it kind of reminds me of, and this is worse, but it's like Jack Swagger winning that Money in the Bank briefcase 6 years ago, and then crashed, and just out of the blue, just for whatever reason, I don't know. It's just so dumb. Like, what, did you really think this was going to put more eyeballs on TNA? Like, this type of thing won't. Doing more things like Broken Matt Hardy and all that, that's going to put more eyeballs on the product. Not doing a random title change.
This is going to be, and I mean, they don't really have much array right now. They're drawing probably about 500,000, if that, on TNA on Thursdays, and TNA's of course. But this may get a dip in ratings. Eddie Edwards is not the guy that this is equivalent to Eric Young winning the title. This is equivalent to fucking Chris. Remember Chris Sabin was fucking champion? Like
when Bully Ray was like red hot. Bully Ray was like red fucking hot. And then they're like, oh, let's just give the belt to Sabin. It's like, what? No.
It's on that level. Like Eddie Edwards, he's a good talent. I like his in-ring work. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad, but like I don't think that's the top guy, and you're gonna beat Lashley, like what the fuck?
The Destroyer. Like it made sense when Bobby Roode beat Lashley all those years ago, 2 years ago, and stuff like that. That made sense. Eddie Edwards, it's like it made no sense. He's already lost to Lashley. He lost to Galloway. He lost to Damian Sandow, Aaron Rex, whatever the fuck you want to call him. And now it's like, oh, he can beat the Destroyer. He can beat Lashley. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no.
And also on top of that as well, what happens when fucking David Richards come back? Are they gonna are we gonna have another Ring of Honor feud again with this shit? Like, come on, man.
Are they gonna do that feud again?
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Because I know Richards is probably supposed to be back within the next, like, 2 or 3 months, I would imagine.
Yeah. God forbid he be champion that long.
Well, we have to wait and see. Just like we will have to wait and see what the future holds for everyone's favorite couple in wrestling, Paige and Alberto Del Rio. Now, things have not been going well in the Del Rio Page household. Del Rio opened up a restaurant, and they're still trying to open it because they don't have enough workers or something like that. But Del Rio, bad news has happened. So once again, Del Rio did something. He no-showed a AAA event, but then it was revealed why he no-showed a AAA event. I'll talk about this. Crazy bad things happened to Jamie Noble too. Our prayers are with Jamie Noble. Hopefully his lungs are okay and everything like that. But Del Rio got stabbed in San Antonio, Texas, out of all places, Justin, before heading out to his event. You have some stories about this.
I am so embarrassed to live in this city because, first and foremost, people on my Facebook, and there's some people I know on Facebook who's wrestling fans like us, and they keep up with the product and they know what the hell was going on. But I got some people on my fucking Facebook who is messaging me because they know I'm a wrestling fan. Who is this Alberto Del Rio? Who's this Alberto Del Rio? Like, why is he so important? So, I explain who he is. He's in WWE. And it's like, oh, why does he live in San Antonio? So, I explained that whole situation. But the record of the situation is that Del Rio apparently, and this is still hazy, the fucking news doesn't even know what the fuck's going on with the story. The San Antonio police don't even know what the hell's going on with this shit. So, apparently, Del Rio and Paige were leaving a restaurant in San Antonio. I don't know which one it was, but it was a restaurant, okay? They were apparently attacked by a drunken homeless man. A drunken homeless man. And apparently that Del Rio, he approached him, and they started brawling, and the homeless man had a knife. I don't know what homeless people have fucking knives and shit. I don't know. I didn't know these homeless people, are going around carrying knives and shit. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But apparently Del Rio said that Paige was not there at first. Now she was there. And there's no clear information on this here. This SAPD, San Antonio Police Department, they don't know what the hell is going on right now. They don't know what's going on right now at this time. So I don't know. If I get anything, I will update here, of course. I'll update on my channel, of course, and keep you guys updated for that if you guys really care about the Del Rio situation. But I'm trying to work some few things here. I'm trying to get some information on that as we speak as well, because I know somebody who's in the police department, and they're not working on this here, but they see if they can try to give me some information on that, possibly. So.
And those stabs look fucking nasty, dude. Like, god damn.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I think what it was is it possibly was a road rage incident, because a lot of people here in San Antonio, if you get in a car accident, like they're so immediately like they're ready to fight, they're ready to like kill you, like if it was your fault, if it was their fault, they're so ready to kill you. So. Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me of the football player who got in a car accident, and then the guy came out of the car and shot him. Who was it? The former Saints player, Will Smith.
Oh yeah, Will Smith. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. So Del Rio, he's fully recovered. He's wrestling somewhere in England now, but Paige may not be fully recovered. Oh, what happened to Paige? Once upon a time, the IWC sweetheart. Everyone was in love with Paige. She was the real leader of the Divas Revolution, Mago, and everything like that. Youngest women's / Divas champion of all time is Paige, and she's kind of had a rocky career, rocky bump. Ever since joining Total Divas, it hasn't been as glamorous for Paige, but kind of got put to the side a little bit for a golden child. Oh, thank God. I don't have to talk about golden children in this show. Fuck yes. I just realized No Mercy has no golden children. Fuck yes. I get a break from these idiots. This shit. I hate, look, I love talking about the golden children, but it's good to have a break every once in a while from these morons. But, yeah, so she kind of got put to the side a little bit, and now it's like she got injured, and then she got suspended and stuff like that, and now it's like Paige may be out for a little bit longer, because Paige posted on Twitter that she may need neck surgery. She doesn't know which one she's going to go. She might go with the quick fix Cena surgery. So she's going to go visit Dr. John Cena, and John Cena's just going to crack her neck back in place, put some steroids in there, and then come back in 2 minutes, like John Cena does all the time when he gets injured. Or Paige might do spinal fusion surgery, and you guys know that guys like Edge, Chris Benoit have had that surgery before. And, you know, they've been out for a year, so Paige hasn't been on TV all that much. I can't remember the last time I've seen Paige's pasty body on my television set.
I think it's been since June. I think it's been. I don't think she's been on. I don't think she's been on TV not even since the draft. Like not even like after the draft, she hasn't been on TV.
Yeah. So, oh my God.
Man, so it's been over 3 months. Yes, Benoit. Yes.
I had to pull it out. The hard dog.
There's an update on the Chris Benoit movie too.
We will talk about that then for sure. But yeah, so Paige is not going to be. Paige is going to be injured for a year. Sucks because, you know, I mean, is Paige like the best in the ring? No, she's a little bit sloppy and botchy and stuff like that. But she does have some of a demographic towards her. She is a good talent to have on hand. I feel WWE has wrongfully used her throughout her career so far. But, you know, like I said, like Paige kind of gets a little pass because she's only like 23, 24 years old. And they fucked up Randy Orton's career for the most part. And look at him. He's still fine. He's still going strong with the company. I'm not trying to say Paige will end up being like Orton, but, you know, she's still young. So she still has plenty of time to rebound. Like, a lot of wrestlers don't hit their prime. Like, I think people don't realize this. A lot of wrestlers don't hit their prime until their mid-30s. That's just how it is. Look at who's in their prime now. Like, John Cena didn't hit his prime until, like, late this, like, 2013 when he started to put on all these really good matches. That's when he's in his mid-30s. Randy Orton has been better since his whole fucking career, and he's in his late 30s. AJ Styles, do I need to say any more? I mean, a lot of people like to think prime is like 27 years old. No, 27 years old is when you want to push them to the main event scene, but when a wrestler starts clicking on all cylinders, it's when they're older. Like, look at Batista. Batista was older than Triple H. I think a lot of people forget that. Batista was like 38 when he won his first world title. So it's like age is like only a number. I mean, it's a number to focus on, but it's not that big of a deal because wrestlers can wrestle for so much longer, especially if they know how to wrestle their style so well, that, you know, when you hit your mid-30s, that's when you're really in your prime when it comes to pro wrestling. It's a totally different animal than most sports where it's like the conditional wisdom is once this player hits 27 or 28 years old, they have to be in their prime. If they're not, then they're just kind of there.
Yeah, like how Trish Stratus, her prime years probably weren't until like 05.
Yeah,
like 05, 06,
everything. She was like really good back in 05. And like her first push like was around like 01, 02. So a couple years later, it wasn't until like from a character standpoint, wrestling standpoint, she was just firing like left and right. Lita, when would you say Lita's prime years were? Shit.
Probably like around. I would probably say around near the same time frame.
Around the same time.
Yeah.
So like prime in wrestling can come at any time. Paige will come back strong, but I don't know what WWE will do with her when she comes back. Do you guys have any thoughts on Paige at all?
She's fucking hot as shit in person.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, I've seen her in person, like, holy shit, she's hot. But no, in all seriousness, you know, it is kind of sad right now because you could like she's being called with Del Rio and like, you know, see him being stabbed and like being in that situation, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like she needs to, I'm not saying she should like leave Del Rio or nothing like that, but she should probably like slow down, take a step back from that situation. Get her neck right. Get her priorities together. I know she's young, but she needs to get her priorities together. And like, even when she was like, even a few months ago, you could tell that she was, I won't say necessarily being lazy in the ring, but she didn't have that fire or passion. Even when she's like, you know, she takes her driver and she does that fucking scream. Her screams sound like a fucking kitten. Compared to the scream when she first came in to the main roster, she sounded fucking like a fucking warrior, Xena the fucking warrior princess. Yeah. You know, she was, you know, she had more of a fucking fire back then compared to now, where that fire is not, it's barely a flame. So, but yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I think this is the best thing, and in hindsight, or maybe not hindsight, what's the word? Like a blessing in disguise, I guess, kind of thing. Because she's got this whole thing with Del Rio, and just doesn't seem like the right time for her to come back. So get her priorities in check, heal up, you know, do what you got to do. You're still young, you know, You still got a whole career ahead of you. You know, even though a lot of females don't necessarily wrestle till like they're 40. I mean, most of them retire in their mid-30s. She's still got at least 10 years of a career, you know, if she really wanted to. So come back, I don't know, sometime next year when the roster could really use her. Like right now, what is she going to really offer, you know?
I don't know. The Raw's women's division sucks shit right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You definitely bring more depth to it, but I don't know.
You can be lost in the shuffle, but like it's like I don't know. I think yeah, and like you said, it's probably a blessing in disguise for her. But like just right now, I just think Raw's women's division is shitty.
Yeah, you could bring her back, and then maybe that would be the right time to just instantly make her champion. Like, you know, it might be the best thing for her career. Because if she would have just stuck around, who knows, her career could be over soon. Like, maybe WWE would just give up on her. But since she's going to be having time away, it might benefit her career.
Yeah. Well, guys, sadly, we got hit by the TNA fanboys. I guess they were not happy with us being mad about it, not being happy for Eddie Edwards, because my video just got 18 dislikes from you TNA fanboys. Oh, you say one bad thing about TNA. This is why I don't review or talk about TNA. Because when you do,
I don't think it has anything to do with that. It just has to do with multiple people, or someone has multiple accounts just disliking because they have no fucking life. So trust me, I've been there as a live streamer, so I can tell a trend in the fucking thing in here. So there you go.
Yeah. So
whatever.
All you people counteract this robot. Like this video. Make your own accounts and like this video. But I hope the people know, even when you dislike the video, guess what? You still add traffic to my videos.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
I hope you guys know. You're not liking it. Still giving it engagements, and you're still giving it love.
Yeah,
so thank you
it's about the number of impressions. So if you really dislike a video, just don't like it at all. If you act, and trust me, I know I read into my analytics all the time. If you look into the number of likes and dislikes, YouTube is going to take that and they're going to rank the videos higher on each page. So even if you dislike it, it's not going to fucking matter. So you're actually helping distribute.
You're helping out. So thank you. Anyways, now time to talk about some other major WWE rumors, and then we will finally predict No Mercy 2016. So the final rumor that we have heard this week is that Survivor Series main event seems like it's complete. Brock Lesnar, his next opponent, will be Bill Goldberg. It's the big-time rumored matchup for Survivor Series. A report came out today. The reason why they might be going with this matchup is to promote WWE 2K17. You know, Goldberg's an exclusive character. Lesnar's on the cover. WWE 2K17, I think, comes out a month before Survivor Series, or a month. The same month?
Comes out this Tuesday.
Oh, really? This week?
Oh, it comes out this week. 2K17 comes out this week, and pretty much, yeah. So Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Survivor Series. It's happening, I guess. 100% most likely. Who cares?
I really don't have much to say about this. I mean, yeah, obviously if Goldberg comes back, that's great. They're trying to get a buy rate for Survivor Series, but really, it's more of it's more of a WrestleMania match than a Survivor Series match. I mean, I know you're gonna be in Toronto, and I guess they don't really have anything for the actual for the actual gate. But hey, and Goldberg, if you guys didn't see the interview last night, he was on Off the Top Rope with Coach. I mean, this is probably one of the only times I actually seen the Off the Top Rope. But Goldberg was there. The rumor was going around, so I figured if he was going to make an announcement there, he will make an announcement. So he didn't actually make an announcement. He claims he has not spoken to Vince McMahon since he left the company. I'm pretty sure he had a conversation with them at least once or twice over the past fucking 12 years. I'm pretty sure there at least have been a couple conversations between the two guys. But he says that he has to do a lot of soul searching and saying that he's not too sure. I believe that WWE has actually made a deal with Goldberg. He's already not necessarily signed, but has a verbal agreement. He just can't come out on TV and says, I actually signed. So I think he's working us right now with this here. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an announcement coming very soon. that Goldberg and Brock Lesnar will actually be going up each other at Survivor Series.
Rosters?
I'm not exactly thrilled to see this match. Hang on. All right. I'm not exactly thrilled to see this matchup. They didn't exactly have a great match in 2004.
Oh, no.
They would have a better match kind of by default this time, just because how could you get any worse than WrestleMania 20? But
their match is so bad at 20 that you can't even enjoy that shit drunk. I watched WrestleMania 20 drunk one time, and I could not enjoy Lesnar versus Goldberg. It was hurting my head even more.
Oh, my goodness.
But from a business perspective, I totally get why you would want to do it. So I can't knock them for doing that. Maybe it would make more sense to do it at Royal Rumble, since you're trying to sell out 60,000. You know what I mean? That would help sell out 60,000. No? You could have that match, the Rumble match, and then like 2 or 3 other matches, you know? A 4 or 5 match main card and then the Rumble, you know?
I honestly think that if Goldberg comes back, I seriously think they may put him in the Rumble.
Oh, really?
I think if he comes back for Survivor Series, they may try and put him in the Rumble. Then maybe, you know, I don't think that. I think the Brock Lesnar Goldberg's probably a one and done thing, but they may try to build up something with Goldberg and somebody else. But the thing is, who would Goldberg even go up against? Undertaker? That's about it. That's the only thing I can actually think.
Go up against Baron Corbin.
Baron
Corbin would be like, go back to WCW.
It's really just Goldberg versus Taker, not John Cena, because John Cena's gonna be busy with AJ, I think. But other than that, I can't really think of anybody that will actually make sense. You know, we're gonna see Goldberg versus Chris Jericho again. Like, no one's gonna give a shit about that. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Goldberg and Braun Strowman. That's it.
Oh God! Don't say that.
All right, we're moving on from Goldberg and Lesnar. Now time to talk about No Mercy 2016 live from Sacramento, California. No, I will not be attending this show because Sacktown is way too far for me. I am not driving 10 hours up to go attend this show. You know, I was going to attend the show in January, but WWE decided that they're not going to have it here anymore. Fuck you, Justin, in San Antonio, the Alamo Dome. I don't fucking respect it.
Hey, it's a 10-year anniversary. It's a 10-year thing. 97, 2007, 2017.
I forget in 2007 they were in Texas.
Yeah, so it's going to be every 10-year thing, and we're going to be in the Alamo Dome, and I'm going to be there. If I could try to get front row tickets, I would be on camera, and I'm going to be doing the most smartest shit of all time. Like, for anybody who I don't like, I'm just going to turn my back on them. You know what I mean? I'm going to be cheering the faces, booing the heels. I'm going to be a great wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Yep. So, SmackDown, the A show of the WWE, will be hosting their second single brand pay-per-view. I remember when this brand split first happened, all these Raw fans were trying to tell me that Raw was going to be awesome, and I told people, no, SmackDown's going to be better, and who was right at the end of the day? Thank you very much, because SmackDown has been better. But our pre-show, our main event for the pre-show, the Mountain Dew pre-show, Jack Swagger taking on Baron Corbin. Swagger was drafted to Raw, but his contract expired, and so randomly he's feuding with Baron Corbin. I mean, I guess I kind of like the feud. It's like Jack Swagger standing up to a bully. I've always been a Swagger fan. I think everyone kind of gets surprised. Like, you like Jack Swagger? It's like, yeah, the dude's good. He's a great amateur wrestler, everything like that. How can you not like the guy? He had a terrible world title run, but doesn't mean I hate him. It's just he just had a bad run as a world champion. He's taking on Baron Corbin, and last SmackDown, Baron Corbin was trying to reach for the ropes, and he tapped out, apparently, to the referee. So Swagger got a win. So Baron Corbin's looking for his revenge. I expect Baron Corbin to get this revenge and keep on pushing strong because I think he's one of the favorites heading into the Royal Rumble. Not to win it, but to have a good showing. And they really are pushing Baron Corbin nicely. Not like too bad where it's like it's annoying. It's just like a nice little push for Baron Corbin. They're like taking their time with Mr. Corbin, seeing what this guy can do. And I think this win for Jack Swagger on the pre-show is a nice little step for him. Justin, what do you think about Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin, Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger's gonna be a big problem, man. He's gonna be a big problem. I don't know if y'all saw that promo when Swagger first. it's fucking amazing, actually.
What promo is this?
Swagger is terrible on the mic.
Promo? Okay, so Jack Swagger when he came out his first time on SmackDown, he cut a promo. You didn't see the promo? He's like, check this.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh, you gotta watch it. It's fucking gold. It is so bad.
It was on SmackDown?
Yeah, it was on SmackDown.
So it was after Baron Corbin beats Apollo Crews in a match, and then afterwards, Jack Swagger comes up, and then later on, like, stares him down. Baron Corbin walks away, and then Jack Swagger grabs the mic. He goes, check this. This is going to be a big problem, man. And then he's wearing a hat, and he turns his hat backwards, and he's like, yeah. And then, like, the fans
and he was like, you think you know my in-ring abilities, but I'll tell you what, you don't know Jack.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. Okay, but
I'm gonna watch this now.
But Swagger versus Corbin, yeah, like you said, Chase, they're building up Corbin very slowly. This gives Jack Swagger an opportunity as well, something that he did not have on Raw. I think we're gonna see a similar outcome that we saw this past Tuesday, but in the favor of Baron Corbin. Now, Corbin doesn't have a submission, but maybe they can do a screwy pinfall finish. Jack Swagger has formed the rope. Referee doesn't see it to count to 3 anyway. Then they're going to have another match, a third match, like a no disqualification match or no holds barred or whatever to sell the feud. And that's most likely going to happen on a SmackDown.
Yep. I pretty much agree with Justin. They'll have some kind of screwy finish. Corbin will win. And, yeah, I don't think I need to really go into detail here. So.
No, we don't need to go into detail for Jack Swagger and Baron Corbin. It's just more like, hey, look at this. Kurt Hawkins will be debuting on this show. I don't know who he's facing. Good for Kurt Hawkins.
Apollo Crews, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I treated Watts. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be Apollo Crews most likely.
Is there anybody else?
I would say Callisto, but I don't know if he's still injured.
I don't know.
Or you can bring back Ellsworth. That jobber.
Oh, yeah, James Ellsworth, yeah, he could be a jobber.
Yeah.
So Paul doesn't job out, because I hate seeing a Paul Crews job out. Makes me sad.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah. Nikki Bella taking on Carmella in a grudge match. I can't wait to see Fearless Nikki just bury this bitch. That's all I got to say. Anyone else have any thoughts?
Yeah, I think Nikki Bella's finally going to win here. So, yeah. I don't really have any other thoughts. I just
we're just going right through these matches.
I told you a lot of these main card matches. That's why we talk about other stuff before the show. Like people don't.
I feel like this
video would only be like 20 minutes if we didn't talk about other shit.
Just like what is this feud really about? I don't know. Like
Carmella has been costing Nikki Bella her opportunity to be the real women's champion of SmackDown Ross. Oh my God! Do you watch?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's basically it though.
Well, Carmella's. I think I may go with Carmella because she's Fabulous. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I will probably say. Oh man, this is a hard one to call. I'll probably go with Nikki. Just because of Carmella, she's been getting all these pinfalls over. But I won't be surprised if Carmella still wins as well. I'm hedging my bets, whatever. But my official pick will be Nikki Bella for this match.
All righty then. So now we're going to get the match that we should have gotten at Backlash. Randy Orton taking on Bray Wyatt. Look, Bray Wyatt couldn't even beat Kane last pay-per-view. What makes me think he's going to beat Randy Orton? And especially since AJ Styles will need an opponent. And yes, we're all going to predict AJ Styles for the world title match, and we'll get into our reasons why later on there. AJ Styles needs an opponent to face at the next pay-per-view. I want a Randy Orton versus AJ Styles match. WWE, you've been doing well with your WWE title matches, minus Ambrose versus Ziggler. Every WWE title match I have been somewhat very excited for. And Randy Orton versus AJ Styles will be cream in my pants worthy. So just have Randy Orton beat this stupid jobber and Bray Wyatt. Yes, he's a stupid jobber. He couldn't beat Kane. You can't be Demon Kane in 2016. There's a weird world for you. Randy Orton wins. Just keep this match short. I don't need a long 10-minute match. I don't need a long, boring shit. Do you know what they should do? They should have it where Bray Wyatt comes out. Bray Wyatt tries to go hit a Sister Abigail out of nowhere. Randy Orton reverses it. RKO out of nowhere. 30-second victory for Randy Orton. And then Randy Orton does a spider walk and says, Bray, you're still looking upside down and stuff like that. That promo was so I'm sorry. That was like the worst promo ever. Randy
That was horrible. And
I didn't think it was that bad. It was cheesy, yes, but I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, that's me. I don't know. I have good players on some of those things. So
yeah. So Randy Orton's gonna win, right, guys?
I think
I'm gonna go with Orton. I will say that, but to make a case for Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper is back.
Justin, you told me that you gave up on Bray Wyatt. You said
I did give up on Bray Wyatt. I gave up on Bray Wyatt. I'm making a case if Luke Harper shows up because he's back wrestling on house shows. So that's my only thing. That's all I'm saying. But that'll be the only way that Bray Wyatt will win.
Yeah, since Garbage Man is going to be out for a while.
Exactly.
Bray Wyatt's just going to be by himself for a little while unless Harper comes back.
Yeah.
Thank God.
No Garbage Man. Anyways, you know what's not garbage? The Miz as IC champion. Miz is one of the best champions ever. He's got me interested in a Dolph Ziggler feud. I didn't think this would be possible. But this IC title feud has been very, very solid from the WWE. And one of the things that always pisses me off is just like when WWE gives losers rematches for no reason, just because of the laziness or whatever. But now there's actually a consequence. Like when you watch a match, you want to feel like there's actual consequences to the match for both superstars and feel like there is going to be an ultimate winner and ultimate loser, especially if you're going to culminate a feud at a pay-per-view. And this is like the ultimate consequences for both guys. The Miz still wants to be this long-reigning IC champion that he is currently and still show that he's like, the real star of SmackDown. And he's going against his rival Dolph Ziggler, who has been down on his luck, hasn't had any luck as of late. So what does Ziggler do to get this title match? He's putting his career on the line. It's simple. It's easy. It's not that hard to book. Why can't you do this more often? It's like, fuck. And everyone's going to be like, oh, but Chase, if Ziggler loses it, he can come back as another character. It's not that hard to just repackage someone. They've done it before where they repackage a guy or something like that. It's really not that hard. And so it's like this match right here between Ziggler and Miz, I'm actually interested in it. I'm very interested in it because I don't know who's going to win. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to say, oh, Chase, Miz is going to win, and maybe they'll repackage Ziggler. You don't know that shit. Why don't they just give it to Ziggler and give Miz a reason to chase or move Miz up the card or something like that? You don't know what's going to happen with these two. This has actually been a very solid feud by the WWE, something I've been looking forward to on SmackDown Live, mainly because of The Miz, because I'm a big Miz fan, and I really think he's doing a good job as champion. But he's done a good job making me care about Dolph Ziggler and actually don't want to see Dolph Ziggler lose his job. Holy fucking shit. Way to go, Miz. What a great heel. How come he's not a world champion? How come Miz and Rusev are not our world champions? This is ridiculous.
Especially fucking Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev. Us three have been on the Rusev bandwagon since day one. Like all these motherfuckers. Let's time out for a minute. All these motherfuckers been jumping on the bandwagon as of late. Yet Raj, Justin, and I, when Rusev first came out, like after WrestleMania 30 he debuted, we were like, oh, this guy's good. We like this guy.
Yeah, I immediately point out that this fucking guy at the size that he is doing a fucking spin wheel kicks at his fucking size. I was like, holy shit, he's fucking impressive.
Yeah, I remember when he was at that Rumble when from NXT, like they brought up that one guy, and so he was in the Rumble. When Punk was in there, I remember. And this is Punk's last pay-per-view, last event before he left. So yeah. I remember Rusev came in and did that spinning heel kick, and I was like, holy shit, Jesus Christ. And he did kind of like a spin-a-rooney. I remember he spinned on like a little bit out of the spinning heel kick, too. When he landed, I was like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he Rusev's damn good, and he did the masturbation celebration on Raw. He didn't overly do it like how he usually does it, but he did it a little bit, and I marked down until Roman Reigns came and fucked it up. But hey, I got the masturbation celebration this past Monday.
I just want to make it clear we were loyal to Rusev. Like, has there been times where we've been upset with what WWE has done with Rusev? Absolutely, but that happens with all our favorites. But we've always been loyal and diehard. Ross knows how loyal I am to Rusev. Like, how many times, Ross, have I posted on Twitter, how come Rusev is not a world champion or Rusev needs to be a world champion? I've been, like, on Rusev for a long time, man. I love that guy. just like I love The Miz. Miz and Dolph Ziggler should be a really good matchup. Their matchup at Backlash was good. It was just kind of like you've seen it before so many times, so it was just kind of like that match was just more of like, hey, if you want a good in-ring match, go watch Miz and Dolph Ziggler from Backlash. But this one has a little bit more consequences, and I really do think that that this match will deliver and be one of the best matches of the night, if not maybe the match of the night. I know that's really hard to say with the huge triple threat main event, but hey, it could happen. But I got to go with The Miz here. I think they really are going to repackage Dolph Ziggler and have a good character for him, and I think this would actually be good for Ziggler because, like I said, you know, he's hitting his prime, Ziggler, and I feel like Ziggler will be much better off as a different character than he is currently now. That's just me. I feel like this would be a good career step for Dolph Ziggler. If Dolph Ziggler wins, it'll be kind of like, all right, cool, he got one up on the heel in The Miz. But right now, I don't feel like it's the time to move Miz up the card, especially with who you have currently as world champion and stuff like that. So I just picked The Miz for a safe bet. So I got The Miz. Justin? Being the big Dolph Ziggler fan you are?
Can Ross go first?
Yes, Ross can go first.
Okay, yeah, this is really tough. I appreciate that they've given the Intercontinental Championship feud, like, true meaning behind it. That says a lot, and it helps the belt look a lot more legitimate. I mean, seriously, when was the last time we saw an Intercontinental Championship matchup mean this much? Like, have somebody put their career on the line. That's just incredible. I don't remember the last time. I can't even remember the last Intercontinental Championship feud that came anywhere close to this. Like, can you? Shit.
Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho?
Yeah, not since the Attitude Era.
Well, what about Mysterio and Jericho? What about Mysterio and Jericho in 09? Right?
Yeah, but it didn't have like nothing of this magnitude where fucking
Ray's mask is like his career. If Ray takes off the mask, then it becomes
Ray must lose the mask though. Like.
But if he loses his mask, it's his career. Damn it! No, Ray is Chris Jericho.
But I don't know. I don't know. Like I always hate mask versus whatever because we already knew WWE wasn't gonna take the mask off of fucking Rey Mysterio. Like it's. You know, that's their fucking merch. That, you know, for years and years, that's where they got a lot of their merchandise sales from. Is off Rey Mysterio mask.
and Jeff Hardy armbands.
Yeah,
that too.
But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I want The Miz to win, but I just feel like Ziggler is gonna win this one. And I don't know, just, you know, you get that feeling sometimes when you're watching the hype of a feud. And you're just like, I think they're have this guy win. And when I was watching the segment on Smackdown, and then the Spirit Squad comes out, like, you know,
yeah, I completely marked out.
Kenny Dykstra hasn't aged at all since his debut till now. No age whatsoever. He's 30 years old, but he looks like he's.
Dykstra said hi to Cena backstage.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you think Kenny Dykstra said hi to John Cena?
I doubt it.
I bet he did. I wouldn't be surprised. But seeing that, and, you know, I don't know, to me, when I see something like that, WWE going to great lengths to make this feud, like, to stack the odds against Dolph Ziggler kind of thing, to me, it just screams that he's going to win. But I could be wrong. I got a feeling Ziggler wins, but I would like to see Miz hold that Intercontinental Championship till like WrestleMania or something, or even break the Honky Tonk Man's record, which wouldn't be able to be broken until like July or something. So, yeah, Ziggles.
All right, Justers, what is your prediction?
Fuck this. You know, I've been a Dolph Ziggler fan since SummerSlam 09. And he was going to be against Rey Mysterio, and, you know, I was like, what?
Hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, I was a bit annoyed by that. Well, like I said, you know.
I love that.
I'm going to say 09 SummerSlam. That's where I was like.
Maria was his valet.
Yeah, originally, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, Dolph Ziggler, 09. I've been a huge fan of him. I've been. Ever since I met these guys, they were like, who's some of your favorite wrestlers? I was like, oh, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, and, and I'm a huge mark for Ziggler. But there has been reports that Dolph, and this is a prediction, I want Ziggler to win. I really want Ziggler to win. But Ziggler's coming to the end of his contract with WWE. He has not signed anything as of yet. There is speculation that they're going to put him as in a backstage role as either a producer or an agent or somebody. Why? I have no idea. I
think that's good for Ziggler in the future. Not now, but in the future, yeah.
Exactly. Why? I have no idea, but those reports are out there. And if that is the case, I'm going with The Miz. I don't want to, but this is a prediction. This is not how
I'm the only one going with Ziggler here.
I am going with The Miz, unfortunately. I want Ziggler to win. I do. But just on what I've been hearing and the feedback with what's going on backstage with Ziggler and WWE, they want Ziggler in that role. Why? He's still in his fucking prime. I have no idea. This won't make any sense. But again, Ziggler, as you know, he is a politician. He's been appearing on Fox News. He's been doing his stand-up comedy routine. This will give him some time to actually do that now if he is going to be a producer of some sorts. So I think he's still going to be within the company. They're not going to rebrand him because Miz clearly on the mic, he was like, you can't come back as another character. You can't go to Raw. You can't go to NXT. You're finished. And they made that crystal clear in that. So I think that The Miz is going to win. I don't want him to win. I want Ziggler to stay around. I mean, I love The Miz. I love The Miz, but I just don't want him to win. Like, it's either, have The Miz win and have Ziggler gone, or have, Ziggler win and still have The Miz there and they can still feud. Like, I'd rather have Ziggler win, of course, but I'm going with The Miz, unfortunately.
All right. So The Miz.
Yeah. That hurts me.
How would you have Ziggler lose?
How do I have Ziggler lose?
Yeah, how would you do it?
If Ziggler loses, it's going to have to be off a cheap heel Miz tactic. Yeah, it'll be Maurice is gone from the ring. And think about this, guys. Think about this. The Miz, he's a career ender in WWE. He ended John Morrison's career. Remember that on the stage with the Skull Crush finale? Last time we saw John Morrison. Now it can happen to Dolph Ziggler. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it'd be a cheap heel Miz tactic. I think it's gonna be something along the lines that maybe the turnbuckle gets untied or something, and Dolph Ziggler doesn't see it or something of that nature. The referee doesn't see it at the last second. He pulls it down, and they'll do some spot like that.
Yeah. I just thought of something like you could have Maurice get ejected, to get the crowd be like, oh shit, now it's a even playing field. And then, you could have Miz, undo one of the turnbuckles or something. And then maybe, as Miz is undoing it or something, Ziggler tries to come up from behind. And then Miz, ducks. And so Ziggler, he's trying to do the zigzag, but he, go face first right into it and then allows Miz to capitalize. I think that'd be a good ending.
Or maybe Maurice, she leaves the ring originally. There's a rep bump, then she comes back out.
Yeah, Maurice comes back out, yeah.
But there's plenty of ways that they can do it, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Heath Slater and Rhino defending the Smackdown Tag Team titles against the Usos. Heath Slater and Rhino are still entertaining. The Usos, I don't know how they're heels, really, to be honest. They kind of just wear black stuff now, so I'm supposed to hate them.
They're gangster now.
Yeah, they're gangster now. They talk all hood and shit, G.
Yeah, they wear Ugg boots or Timberland boots, whatever. That's what I meant to say. Timberland boots.
Yeah, they're like prime time, yo. That's how you're heel, yo. Talk hood, yo. But honestly, I would say keep the belts on Heath Slater and Rhino. I mean, because the Usos, they've been feuding with kind of American Alpha on the side, and I do believe SmackDown does have the TLC pay-per-view, right?
I think they do, yeah.
Yeah, so I would say just keep Heath Slater and Rhino as champions and just do a Smosh Posh TLC match or a Smosh Posh ladder match and, save the title change at the TLC event. So that way it's Heath Slater and Rhino, because they don't have another pay-per-view before this. It's just Survivor Series, right? Just do a SmackDown Tag Team Showcase type of match, elimination, traditional Survivor Series match. Just keep Heath Slater and Rhino Tag Team champions until TLC and then maybe give it to the Usos or American Alpha around there. So I'm good with Heath Slater and Rhino still being tag champs for a while. I'm liking it. So Heath Slater and Rhino for me.
I will say that the Usos is going to win. The only reason why I will say that is that Heath Slater, he has his contract now. That was the whole stipulation at the last pay-per-view. Has his contract now. He's going to lose the titles. Rhino's going to, since he's going to be running for center, I think, for Michigan, he's going to go out and do that. He's going to go out and do that. So there's no point of having Rhino there. If Rhino's not going to be there, have him lose the titles, have the Usos go up against American Alpha, and there's your feud right there for the future. Then Heath Slater, since Heath Slater will, in fact, be a single star, Miz will beat Dolph Ziggler. Heath Slater moves up to Dolph Ziggler's position.
That can make sense. Yeah.
There you go.
I see what you mean there. I also like the Usos. I didn't like them necessarily for those same reasons, but I just felt like the way they're featuring the Usos right now, and I actually don't mind the Usos theme. It is very stereotypical, and it's kind of 3-minute warning. It reminds me of a 3-minute warning. Their characters, at least, like throwback to their uncle, Umaga, or should I say Jamal? Yep. Jamal and Rosie. Yeah, I just don't think Rhino and Slater are going to be champs for that long. So, 1 month title reign, I mean, do they deserve more? Maybe, but I just think it's time to give the Usos the belts and have that American Alpha Usos feud go on for a couple more months and end with American Alpha winning the titles. So,
all right, that sounds good to me. All righty then. Up next, we have Becky Lynch taking on Alexa Bliss for the WWE SmackDown Women's title. Will Becky Lynch retain, or will Silver Children reign supreme? Look, the reason why they're Silver Children and they're not Golden Children, because they don't have the Triple H politics like the Golden Children do. Mm-hmm. So a Silver Child is not going to beat Becky Lynch right now. Let's be real. Let's be completely honest, because I think people are confused by the hierarchy here. It goes Golden Children Charlotte, Charlotte's bitches, a.k.a. Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch, and then the Silver Children. Charlotte's bitches higher than Silver Children. So, which means Becky Lynch has an advantage, because one day Charlotte will want to beat Becky Lynch, and guess who's going to be the girl to beat her? Charlotte. And you cannot make Charlotte's bitches look bad to the Silver Children. I like Alexa Bliss. I think she's doing wonderful stuff. I think she's doing really good for the role and position. Much improved. But I think the Irish Lass Kicker will retain the Women's Championship, as she should.
And then maybe bring back Eva Marie. And
I think honestly, Eva Marie has to be the person to beat her, to be honest.
No, why?
I don't necessarily like Eva Marie, but I kind of got to laugh at her entrance, like, in her shtick. She's not a good wrestler, but from a character perspective, I didn't necessarily mind her. So,
okay, all right. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be going with Becky Lynch here. They try to make Alexa Bliss look strong on Tuesday, which I respect. They just don't have, fucking Becky Lynch just win everything. You know what I mean? That's the last thing that we want. But Becky's gonna win. I mean, I really have no other thoughts about this match. SmackDown's has the best women's division. They're doing a lot more to enhance their women talent than what Raw is doing right now.
Yeah, I think SmackDown has the better division, but I think Raw has the more important matches, if that makes sense.
That's a debate for another day. I don't want to get into that.
I don't really think the SmackDown women's matches I felt as important as
they're not felt as important, but I think that with Raw, what's wrong with Raw is that, oh, hey, our ratings sucked last week. Let's throw in, Sasha and Charlotte in the main event. Now, granted, they had a good match, even though they had a commercial break right there between, and after the commercial break, they only had like 5 minutes to wrestle before the show ended, which really pissed me off. But I get where you're coming from. They do have the more important matches, but I think that on SmackDown, they're more fine-tuned, and they have potential of possibly having bigger matches. Because let's say if we get a Nikki versus Becky feud that may come, that may be a very, very fucking important match for whatever SmackDown pay-per-view that we get it on.
Yeah. This is probably like the easiest prediction of the night. I don't think there's a chance in hell that Alexa Bliss wins. I like her, but it just doesn't seem like the right time to give her the belt. So Becky Lynch all the way.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the easiest prediction of the night. The triple threat for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles, the face that runs the place, the champ that runs the camp, taking on the former champ that used to run the camp, Dean Ambrose, and the champ, the 15, I almost said 16 times. It's going to be 16 times soon, so might as well. Right. The 15-time OCD maniac, John Cena. If you guys saw Total Bellas, John Cena was such a savage on that show. Dude, like, time out real quick. Total Bellas update. John Cena got bit by Daniel Bryan's dog, and he acted like it was like the worst thing ever. He's like, this right here is a liability and stuff like that. Like, John Cena is such an asshole in real life. I love it, man. I love him, Michael. I love it. But this triple threat match, it's going to be a really good one. AJ Styles works really well in triple threats. See Unbreakable 05 and everything like that. Dean Ambrose won't have to wrestle too much, which is good. John Cena can do his usual 5 moves of doom. But sadly, this match shouldn't be easy to predict because it should be like, whoa, anyone can win this one. But sadly, John Cena has to go make fat people lose weight on his Fox show. And Dean Ambrose is going to be taking time off to go film another WWE Studios film. Yay!
Oh, he's taking time off, too? What the fuck?
That's why Dean Ambrose... A lot of people are not choosing Dean Ambrose or thinking Dean Ambrose can win this one because he's going to go take some time off. That's why AJ Styles, sadly, by default, is the only option to win because the champ that runs the camp, the face that runs the place, he's not leaving anytime soon to go do other shit. So AJ Styles will be walking out as WWE champion. It sucks because for AJ's first defense, you want to kind of feel like, oh, this is legit, man. He's beating the 2 guys that he beat 2 months prior and stuff like that. Wow, this guy's really good. But it's kind of like, well, he's beating Cena because Cena has to go make fat people lose weight. And he's beating Dean Ambrose because Dean Ambrose is doing another shitty WWE film that I don't even know if we're going to see the light of day of it. I didn't even know Randy Orton did Condemned 2. I was like, what the fuck? Randy Orton did Condemned 2? I didn't even see that movie. But yeah, so AJ Styles will retain the WWE champion. Good for him. Go feud with Orton. Give me a match that will make me cream my pants. Survivor Series sounds awesome to me. Toronto will love it. This is awesome chance and all this other shit. But yeah, AJ Styles to retain here. Will Cena become 16-time? Soon enough. Will Dean Ambrose ever become WWE champion again? That's a great question mark. But the face that runs the place, the champ that runs the camp, will still be the man.
Yep. There's no way to explain it on that one. John Cena's not going to be there. Dean Ambrose is not going to be there. AJ, Randy, and Bray Wyatt's going to have to carry the brand for the next up-and-coming couple months. So AJ is going to win.
Yep. AJ Styles has got this in the bag. Cena, he's taking time off. I didn't even know Ambrose was taking time off, but even if I didn't know that, I would not think Ambrose would win that title back. No way in hell. If anything... maybe stemming off this, Ambrose would turn heel. Like that's what it seems like, at least to me, that Ambrose would turn heel pretty soon, just based off his interactions with Cena. I don't know, but yeah, Styles is gonna win, and I hope it's a good match. I don't see why not, right?
It should be a great match, actually, yeah.
So. But it might not be the match of the night. It may very well not be. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think that with the whole Dean Ambrose and fucking John Cena leaving, which I'm okay with, but SmackDown, who has had this momentum, they're going to need to find out other ways to keep that momentum with just Randy, AJ, and Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt, he's gonna have to be up in that.
Too. I was just now thinking, like, well, what is Fandango and Tyler Breeze doing?
They're not really doing much of anything right now, which is pretty unfortunate because the actual tag team division on SmackDown has been fucking good.
Yeah,
Like,
the Ascension are doing a bit more.
exactly. And that brings me back to Tuesday here. You had you had what was the fucking tag team match?
I know it was Hype Bros. I know it was Hype Bros versus somebody.
Yeah, no, it was the Wild Villains. It was Wild Villains versus Hype Bitches.
I didn't watch the match because I never watch Hype Bros matches unless it's on pay-per-view. Like, I just skip.
I don't watch no Hype Bros match whatsoever. When I hear that thing, I step out of the room or I turn the fucking TV.
Yeah, I don't my TV. Yeah,
I can't with this guy. All right, I can't with no.
I can't either. I hate him.
I can't with. But yeah, just with the not violence, but just with the Ascension just standing there, not interfering. It was very old school, like very like 1980s, like just staying there, check out the competition, didn't interfere, and like they point to him after the match. Oh god, that was so good. It gave me chills when I saw that on Tuesday.
Yeah, like maybe we'll get more Kane with Ambrose. We're gonna.
If Ambrose turns heel, it won't make sense because you only have Cena and Randy Orton as the top faces. I don't think
it's like, yo, my contract expired. I'm on SmackDown now. What's going on, guys?
I don't think that'll work for me, in my opinion.
I swear, man, WWE has ruined Kane for me, man. That's so sad to say, too. So anyways, that's it for the No Mercy 2016 preview and predictions. We're actually all pretty excited for the show. I feel WWE SmackDown has done a good job. Make me care for the championship matches, something that Raw didn't do for their Clash of Champions show, to be honest with you. I really do think that this show will deliver some of the goods, definitely from the in-ring perspective, but I think also from a storyline perspective, I think we should get some pretty good matches out of it, pretty good results out of this one. Overall, I think it'll keep the momentum that SmackDown has going for it and everything like that. And I hope the people at Sacktown have a good time watching the show. I'm actually looking forward to the show. And normally when I look forward to a show, it disappoints me. So hopefully that's not the fucking case. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to No Mercy. And I think that this show will actually be probably one of WWE's better pay-per-views of the year. Not the best of the year, but probably one of their better ones, more watchable ones that people will be like, you know what was a good show last year? No Mercy 2016. So, yeah, I think No Mercy will be a good show. What about you, Ross?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good show. I think it's got potential to be even better than Backlash. Backlash was really just a couple-match show. I think the show could be slightly better. Not, like, amazing, like, huge difference, but I expect it to be better. I'm definitely looking forward to it more than Backlash, to tell you the truth, even though I was hyped to see possibly Styles win the belt. And definitely more hyped to see it than Clash of Champions.
God.
So, yeah, I think they did a good job building this show up. So, looking forward to it. Hope it's good. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for this show as well. I mean, you got potentially of having, 3 to 4 great matches on this show, and don't sleep on that Becky Lynch Alexa Bliss match. I think that match may be I think that match right there may be a pretty damn good match for the women. But Ziggler, Miz, like that's I might cry. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I might cry a little bit because Ziggler might lose, but outside of that, I mean, it should be a pretty damn good show. I'm looking very forward to it.
Yep, so that's it for our WWE No Mercy preview and predictions show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this live, except for you TNA fanboys. Fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. TNA is better than every wrestling company in the whole wide world. Jokes. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Justin, where can the great people find you?
Oh, yes. Go ahead and subscribe to my wrestling channel. I make daily videos on my wrestling channel at Venom Nation Wrestling. So I keep you up to date on the news and rumors for every single day. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. Side note on Twitter, if you guys are into video games, especially Call of Duty, I'm doing a Infinite Warfare beta access giveaway for the PS4 and Xbox One. So if you guys want to go retweet the pin tweet, go ahead and do that. You have a chance to win. But yeah, follow me on Twitter at JD Venom02 and my Facebook page, JD Venom.
Ross, where can the great people find you?
You can find me on my YouTube page, Gold Standard 000, Twitter, Gold Standard 000 also, and you can follow me on Instagram pinstripes_90, baseball card picks, wrestling picks, just a bunch of random stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. I didn't know what else I was going to say. Yeah, that's it.
For anybody who's in Florida right now, be safe if you're in Florida. Like seriously, like that. I have the Wear channel right now, and this looks intense. So if you're in Florida, prayers are with you, definitely.
Yeah, in Florida State, stop trying to duck Miami, yo.
Yeah, for real, man. Like seriously, I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. Like you fucking Seminole fucks. Like you summon this hurricane so we cannot beat you on Saturday. You fucks. I hate them.
Yep. And remember, guys, roll tide, and also just like Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit. Enjoy your night, guys. I'll see you for No Mercy.